all my wrongs to rights. Now I'm a gangster.
I am HipHopGamer.
Get money! I am HipHopGamer, bring the danger, bang a ballin' out. Watch stars pop off, your blood in a bleed out. Seek out the enemy energy, feeling furious. The target is the victim, so the central signal serious. A lyricist, barbaric, Bay Area resident. Tech geek on fleek, speak with no hesitance. Fear is impossible, my team dead set. I dissect anybody who wants to die next. So die now, get the barrel, get the ammo fully loaded. Technology, brain scholar, I control the city on it. Powered by the thumbnail, my phone is like a firebomb. Innocent, not guilty, I was black. Born bad storms up in the hood, we all label. They want to try to break us down to disable. We gotta fight the good fight, they won't break you. Parkour gameplay, watch doors enable. One shot. Yo, look, it's the one and only HipHopGamer. Right off the bat, this is Brandon Scoop B Robinson. I'ma tell you right now, son, for real, man, like your whole style, mentality is sharp, just like how you dress, bro.
Thank you, sir.
I love you, man, and y'all need to know this, man. First off, we're gonna start like this. Like, I seen you when you was a kid, you know what I'm saying, doing interviews with people in sports, and you're a grown man, and the passion just grows. It's amazing what you do, what you've done, and what you accomplish. I want to start out with this question, man. Do you remember your, like, first, interview ever, and what it took for you to even get to that point? Because I can imagine a lot of people, even at your young age, having doubts against you. What's up, man?
Well, I mean, my first interview, I remember, was 1997, November 1997,
Wow.
with Keith Van Horn. Played for the
Nets.
Played for the Nets. He was a rookie. At the time, I had a radio show called Net Slamming Planet. The Nets were doing a rebrand. John Calipari was the head coach of the Nets at the time. Now he's at Kentucky. And Keith Van Horn was a rookie on that team. You had Sam Cassell, Jason Williams, Kendall Gill, all those guys on that team. And he was the first person that I ever interviewed, an NBA player ever interviewed. Was I nervous? A little bit, because it was my first interview.
Yeah.
But basketball and just knowing the culture, knowing the plays, knowing the things that I knew, it was an easy. I don't want to say it was easy, but it was fun. It wasn't lame.
Yo, that's crazy. It's not work for you, technically speaking. It's fun, it's passion. Like how we doing here when I destroy you in NBA 2K after this interview.
Already.
So here's the deal. Here's
talking
the deal.
Already.
Now, my next question for you, and this is more of a passionate question because this is an inspirational show. But as you grew older, you know what I'm saying, you're always trying to do so many things. Things may go your way, things may not go your way. What's one of the biggest hardships you probably came across, or one of those moments where it seemed like somebody was trying to take your dream away, but you fought for it to stay here and stay relevant and doing what you do today? Like, walk me through that process.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is a couple things. One, I think I think the culture, as far as the shift from the combination of sports, culture, music, entertainment, I think when you look at history in the past with hip hop, I think it took a long time for people to take hip hop seriously.
Right.
By the same token, I think with journalism, a lot of times it's been the good old boy club. And I think that there are people who paved the way. You had your Stuart Scotts, you had your Jamel Hills, you have your Brian and Greg Gumbels. But I think in this new age where the digital space is running, as well as just the rebranding of the infrastructure of how to make money, I think a lot of young people are still figuring out and being underpaid. I think that the biggest thing is probably being underpaid, but also almost like you got to be perfect in order to get that break, even as I'm growing. And I think the thing for me is I don't think you always have to hit the grand slam or the home run. I think if you're consistent and you hit the double, you hit the single, you hit the triple, you may steal a base here and there, you'll still get to the point of where you need to be, and you'll be able to preferably win the game. So I think the biggest thing is being consistent and not taking no from someone who's not qualified to tell you yes.
Oh, wait. You got to say that part again, so that's the quote of the year. Like, even next year.
The year's almost over.
You don't say, nah, that's a quote of the next year, too. Wait, you gotta say that again. You said, don't take no from someone that's not qualified to tell you yes? Dude,
Yes,
oh my God, that's the best part of the interview right there. So now my next question, I got a few more for you. When it comes to just sports in general and stuff like that, right? You know, you see your Stephen A. Smiths and Max Kellerman's up there doing anything on ESPN, but I also know at one point you was on CBS Radio. I'm not sure if you're still there doing things, but I know you was on CBS Radio and stuff like that, doing some things there. And then now you going around talking, doing public speaking and everything like that. Like, what did you learn or experience at CBS Radio that you was able to take with you once you left that? Because that CBS is big, but it's like you're doing even bigger things since you left. That's amazing.
Well, I think the biggest thing, well, thank you. I think the biggest thing is headlines. I think how to make things pop. So, for example, Scoopy Radio, you guys can subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn app. Visit scoopyradio.com. We've had anybody from Kenny the Jet Smith to Terrell Owens to Fabulous to the rapper to Too Short to Pete Sampras. And one of the things that I think a lot of people just want podcasts to do video and do audio, but you have to have the text to supplement what you're doing. So, you know, me being a writer first and foremost, and then me having the podcast where you can embed stuff into the things that you're writing. I think the biggest thing is knowing how to make your headlines pop. I'll give you a perfect example of that.
Please do.
So the basketball players, Kenyon Martin and Tim Thomas, they've had feuds going all the way back to 2004. And I've interviewed both of the gentlemen. They talked about their beef years later. And a direct quote in my interview that I wrote in my article with Kenyon Martin, it says, Kenyon Martin on Tim Thomas, I should have kicked his ass.
Wow.
So on Twitter.
You took something from 2004 and made it pop for 2017.
Right, but it was a quote that was relevant to now because I interviewed him on the podcast and we talked about that. The point I'm making is not to restart a feud, but just knowing what keywords to get people moving. Kenyon Martin on Tim Thomas, quotation, I should have kicked his ass. People are going to want to read that on Twitter because headlines sell, you know, and I think, to be honest with you, that was what I really took from my experience at CBS, just knowing how to write concise headlines that attracts people's attention and just knowing what quotes go where to attribute where to get things moving. And then that's how you get the complexes talking. That's how you get the TMZs talking. That's how you get Fox Sports. You get all these different people moving because at the end of the day, people don't read already. They'll listen to video before they watch it. So if you get a headline that gets people moving on Twitter, on like my mother calls me an instigator all day. She says, "What headline are you creating today, Brandon?" But I mean, in all actuality, it's just the right headline, the right timing. So you got to look at news pegs, what's going on that fits that dynamic of what you're trying to get moving. So yeah, that's what I learned during my time at CBS.
That's amazing. So a couple more questions and go wrap it up. You know, before I destroy them, it's okay.
Here you go.
I gotta plug that in, man. So my next question and this question right here is more for the viewers and stuff like that. But there's a lot of people that's just trying to figure it out. Like I said, this show is about inspiration, and the key thing is don't sell your dream to a 9-to-5 corporation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to do something, do it. But a lot of people don't know where to start, and they got a lot of fears. So can you share a little bit of things that you managed to do to overcome, like, in the world of journalism and stuff like that? Because there's journalists out there right now that feel like in order for them to make it, they got to get a job here. But you're doing things on your own energy and your own brand, and you built it. What can you tell us something that you feel is very pivotive in how you went from one area in a level to the next level, next area in that level?
Well, to be honest with you, you know, I think that kind of ties into what I said about not accepting no from someone who is not qualified to tell you yes. I think, you know, I've had a great start to my career as a kid and going into adulthood. I was a writer at The Source magazine. I was at CBS, and now I'm managing editor and columnist at Respect magazine. But aside from all of that, I think the biggest thing is, you know, 9-to-5s I do think are overrated. But I think the thing is, what do you do that's an extension to the job you have as far as a brand? So I use this example all the time. Back in like 97, 98, Michael Jordan had the Jordan sneaker line, but then he also had the Jordan brand. The Jordan brand was separate from the Jordan sneaker line. So he signed guys like Eddie Jones, Derek Jeter, Vin Baker, some of those other guys. And those guys, Ray Allen, those guys represented Michael Jordan. So I think for people who are trying to kind of make their thing shine or pop, it's what you do with your time when you're not sitting at a desk, or if you don't have a job and you're looking for that ideal job, why not create that job? I think a lot of times people wait for someone to co-sign them and make them relevant when, like, you're flyer than the person that you're trying to get to co-sign you.
Oh,
And I know, but I'm serious. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
think a lot of
serious, though.
times people think, oh, I got to get this job so people will recognize me. Like, and then when you get that job, you stress out and you realize, like, it's not everything is cracked up to be. I believe that you should be consistent and you should be looking for that next big thing, but at the same time, if it's not there, create it.
yo, I know you for a while, but dude, this interview, I just feel like it just brought me closer to you. On some real, son. Dude, this is dope, and I thank you for being here. My last question to you, who wins the championship this year?
Wow.
NBA, baby. You already know. Who wins the championship this year?
I think you look at the landscape. The last few years, it's been Cleveland and Golden State every year. I like Cleveland's chances more this year.
Really?
I do. You know, Kevin Love, I think a guy that kind of was the third fiddle when Kyrie Irving and LeBron were playing together. He stepped up. You know, a guy that
Big time.
Yeah, a jump shooter, spot up jump shooter. But you know, it's helped by Tristan Thompson when he's on. You know, but I also like the addition of Jay Crowder to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Me too. I felt
man.
that he's solid. He's solid
Yeah,
and got a good three-point shot.
And I think that, you know, to go to that three-point shot, that was one area where the Cavaliers struggled last year in the NBA Finals. You know, Darren Williams wasn't on, Kyle Korver was iffy, and J.R. Smith, you know, being a former Knick at times could be inconsistent. But I think this year, I think the Cavaliers respond, or a LeBron James-led team responds when they have their backs up against the wall, and I like their chances this year. But I also think a determining factor on how well they'll do will be when those two teams play against each other, and we'll see what happens. But, you know.
That's what I'm talking about. So, look, Scoop B, it's my dude. Let them know where they can find you at, man.
Visit scoopb.com. That's my info page. Visit scoopbradio.com. Subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn app, Stitcher app, scoopbradio.com. We've had anybody from Gloria Allred, attorney Gloria Allred, to Terrell Owens, Allen Iverson, Kenny the Jet Smith, everywhere. But more importantly, make sure you visit on Twitter. Follow me at ScoopB, Instagram, Scoop_B, Snapchat, Scoop_B. Thanks for having me, man.
You already know what it is. Now, look, I'm going to tell you something.
Don't believe anything he says.
I'm going to take something from your book right now in terms of the headlines and stuff like that. I got a headline for you right now.
Uh-oh.
Scoop B versus Stephen A. Smith in a debate. Who wins? And I met up with Stephen A. Smith at the Floyd Mayweather fight and McGregor fight. And he had a lot of interesting things to say, and that's my man. I like Stephen A.
I know Stephen A. I like Stephen A.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen because I don't debate. I don't debate. I'm not a debater. I mean, I can sit and talk and have a conversation, but I'm not the guy to be sitting up and yelling all day. That's just not in my with my family and friends. That's one thing. Professionally, you're not gonna catch me acting a fool. So Stephen A. wins. I'm not doing all that. Stephen, if you're watching,
you win. All right, cool. And now we about to go check out this 2K on the count of 3. GetMoneyGamers. You ready?
Sir.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
GetMoneyGamers.
Let's go.
We welcome back to the show Brandon Scoop B. Robinson, host of Scoop B Radio, and he joins us live via Skype from New York. Scoop, good morning. Welcome back.
Good morning, Miko. Thank you for having me.
The employee went on to win $350,000 that week betting on a rival fantasy football website, FanDuel.
It gives somebody an edge. I mean, it's no different than someone in professional sports taking steroids and then, blasting home runs out the park. Maybe that's a little extreme, but the premise is the same.
Yeah, it's that time again. HipHopGamer versus Scoop B. LeBron versus KD. Let's go. You ready?
Cavs gonna win. LeBron's
All right.
gonna win. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, get that out of here. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. I told you. I told you.
Wait, time out. You don't have.
What?
Okay, so it's loser's ball, and you don't take the ball back?
No, you ain't hit the rim.
All right, here we
I
go.
blocked it, remember? You ain't hit the rim. Get that out of here. You ain't making that. That's out of bounds. Now give me the ball.
That's mine.
No, it's not. What are you
Yes, it
talking
is.
about?
That's mine.
Yeah, okay. We'll see who got it now. Let's go. Yeah. Get ready. Oh, come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nope.
Oh, come on. Give me that. Oh, you.
Nope.
Oh, come on, man. Serious? All right, cool. All right, let's go. Give me that.
Nope.
Oh, my God. All right, cool. Let's go. Foul. My bad.
You reach, I teach.
A word?
Yep.
You can't talk until you get some numbers on that board, son.
And 1. We at the Rucker? Matter of fact, I don't want to speak about the Rucker. Give me that.
Oh, come on, man. All right. 1-1. Okay. Give me that. Give me that. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. 2-1. Let's go.
Really?
Come on, man.
I'll give you that shot.
Oh, my. Let's go, son. Oh, give me that. Let's go. Oh, come on. Seriously?
Yep. Back court.
Dang. Come on, you ain't making that, son. I tried to tell him, but you know, listen. Let's go.
And 1.
Get out of here. Ain't no and 1. I'm about to end it right now. You better guard me.
Oh, word? You gonna end it? You got that shot.
Oh! That's how you do it. Get out of here, Scoop.
I want a rematch.
Get out of here. Ain't
I
no
want a
rematches.
rematch. I want a
rematches
rematch.
on my show.
I want a
That's it.
rematch.
It's over. Get Money Gamers. I just got money, baby, against Scoop B. That's 2-zip.
Huh?
Like, you never beat me in this game,
Yes, I
son.
have.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I'm nice.
But I beat him
go.
in Street Fighter, though.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
All
did.
right, we out of here. One love and God bless. Scoop B, HipHopGamer, God bless. Logitech G, B&H Photo, GMG. We out of here, baby. Peace.